over quickly the positive communication video assignment. So I'm just going to walk you through this assignment in case there's any sort of confusion. And so as usual, after watching this video, if you still have questions, please just let me know. So you're going to start the assignment, and please remember it is a video assignment. So just like the introduction video, you're going to upload this video to Blackboard. All right, so you're going to start off with an attention getter. Your attention getter is going to be something that's going to catch your audience's attention. You're not going to start with "my name is." That does not count as an attention getter. That does not start your speech. So you're going to say something that's going to get your audience's attention, and then you're going to go into your listener relevance. It says listener relevance link. That does not mean it's a website. Listener relevance link is something that you say that pulls your audience in and lets them connect to what you're about to say. So for instance, if you're talking about a friend of yours, you could say, "Don't you all have that one friend that always can make you laugh no matter what?" That would be great, because then your audience goes, "Yeah, I think I do." So they want to start listening. The next thing is going to be your speaker credibility. All this is you saying, "I am a Speech 1300 student at UALR." That's it. Then you're going to move into your thesis. Your thesis should be short and sweet, nothing fancy. All you're going to say for your thesis is, "Today I'm going to tell you about my mom," or whoever it is that you're going to talk about in your video. "Today I'm going to tell you about my favorite teacher." That's it. The preview is you're just going to tell people what you're going to tell them. Very, very easy. So all you want to do is say, "Today I'm going to tell you, tell you about my mom, a story about my mom, and I'm going to connect some positive, I'm going to connect 2 ethical standards along with 2 UALR foundational communication principles, and then finally I'm going to connect 2 communication concepts to the behavior of my mom." That's it. That's a great example of a preview. You're going to tell us what you're going to tell us. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, nothing beyond that. Okay? Then you're going to give your academic integrity statement, where you say, "I swear that this is my own work." You're going to make some statement. I think it's it's in your textbook, which you can actually say, but something that lets me know that this is my own work. Okay, so you're kind of saying, you're declaring that this is your own work. And then you're going to just answer the questions. So use this guide. Do not deviate from this. Use this guide to, do this assignment. So question 1 asks, who is the person who has positively influenced you, and what was their connection to you? So you're going to tell me who that person is, what your relationship is with that person, and what makes them special. So this needs to be a real person, okay? Let's remember that. And it cannot be someone that you just admire. So we can't talk about Oprah Winfrey and how you just really admire them, or Beyonce, okay? It has to be a real person that you have a real relationship with. Now, folks that have children, please do not talk about your children, okay? This has to be someone who has influenced you, and it has to be another adult. Otherwise, this assignment just kind of doesn't really make sense. Okay, so it has to be an adult relationship and or a parent. Okay. All right, so question 2. You're going to tell us a story. So what story can you share that illustrate the positive communication behaviors that this person has inspired in you? Okay, you're going to share that story. So what students often do, that is not the correct way to do this. What they often do is they just start listing characteristics, like, "My mom is so nice and sweet and caring and loving." Though that's not a story. We need a real story, or something that was said. Sometimes one way to think about this is, what has that person actually said to you? Or what was a time that you saw them interact with somebody else, and what was said? Okay, so tell a real story of interaction. All right, and then question 3, you're going to start to pull in the ethical standards. Okay, so ethical standards are in the course manual. Okay, and those are like caring with grace, respect, those types of things. So you're going to pick 2 of those, and you're going to tell me what they are. You're going to define them, like tell me what they mean, and then you're going to connect them to your story. Okay, an example from your story. So that's why your story needs to have a little bit of meat to it. It can't just be a couple adjectives that you've thrown together and said, "Isn't my mom neat?" It needs to be an actual story so you can actually analyze it. All right, question 4. What 2 UALR foundational communication principles from the course manual are illustrated by the story and why? So those are the principles, and those are in the course manual. And those are things like communication is irreversible. So if you're going to pick that one as a principle, you would first tell me the first principle I'm going to connect to my story is, communication is irreversible. According to the course manual, this means. What does it mean? Tell me what that means. It's like you can't unring a bell. Once something is said, you can't put it back. That person's always going to hear it. Okay? They can't erase it from their memory. And then you're going to give me an example from the story that expands upon, like, why did you pick that principle to connect to your story? You're going to do that for 2 principles. And then question 5, how has this person's communication with you shaped your sense of self? So you're going to answer, this person's communication with me has helped me see myself as more confident, more able to step back and not get so angry right away, something like that. Whatever they have helped you to see yourself as, that's what you're going to answer that with. Question 6, what 2 communication concepts from chapters 2 through 5, let me say it again, from chapters 2 through 5 in your textbook are you more mindful of as a result of communicating with this person? So think about this. These are the vocabulary words in your book. They are usually pink. You can pick any of those from chapters 2 through 5. You're going to pick 2, and then you're going to answer these questions. When I communicate with others, I am more mindful of. So whatever that vocabulary word is, I'm more mindful of XYZ. You're going to tell me what XYZ is according to the book, and then you're going to explain why. Why are you more mindful of that? So you're going to do this twice. And then that is it. You are done. You can upload your video and be happy you completed your assignment. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. And if you don't hear from me because it's late, make sure you try and use that troubleshooting discussion board that I set up for the class. All right, have a great week.